Apollos died for you. Focus on Jesus. There's a beauty on your inside because of the anointing. Become conscious of that beauty, because that one breaks protocol. It does not only bring admiration, it breaks protocol. That's what the anointing does. Number 2, the anointing sanctifies. When you find a man who is anointed, that anointing sets him apart unto God. Genuine men who are really anointed, ask those who are close with them or close to them. They will tell you. See, sometimes the anointing moves you and causes you to separate from people, from men. There's a power in the anointing. See, the moment Jesus was anointed, in Matthew chapter 4 verse 1, it said that spirit drove him into the wilderness to be tempted of the devil. The anointing sets you apart. That's why in the Old Testament, you cannot be a priest unless you are anointed. In Exodus chapter 30 verse 30, it says, anoint unto me Aaron and his sons, that they may minister to me in the priest office. It will take a sanctification and a setting apart for you to carry out the office of the priesthood. And so the reason God anoints us as believers is because he is sanctifying us and setting us apart unto himself. Every man who carries the anointing of God on his life is set apart unto God. That man may pursue the things of the world, but every time that anointing is stirred, that anointing will lead him back to God, because the anointing sanctifies. Leviticus chapter 8 verse 10 and 12. I'm using the priesthood because the priesthood is actually a separation, an office that is separation unto God, but it takes the anointing. It says, and Moses took the anointing oil and anointed the tabernacle and all that was therein and sanctified them. The moment a man is anointed, that man is set apart unto God. You are God's property. You are God's own. You belong to God because God's anointing is in your life. That's why God can make claim over you. And the beauty of sanctification is not just the fact that you now belong to God. It's the fact that anything that touches you touches God. It's the fact that your battles are no longer your own. They are now God's. This is why in Psalm 105 verse 15, it says, touch not my anointed. Do my prophets no harm. If you touch them, they will not be the ones to fight you. It is me that will fight you. When Saul was killed and the messenger ran to lie to David that he killed him, David was shocked. He said, why are you not afraid to touch the Lord's anointed? And David went further to make a statement at another place. He said, surely you cannot touch the Lord's anointed and be guiltless. Every believer today is anointed. I'm not just talking about pastors and prophets. This is why you have to be careful before you touch any believer. Those of us that love gossip, slandering, your life can go backward because you touch an anointed person. You know, when we talk about the anointing, people feel it's only prophets and apostles. No way. Every New Testament believer is anointed. And so before you talk against somebody, make sure you verify the things that are said so that you don't cause God to turn against you. Because every man who is anointed is God's property. The jealousy of God is upon that man. God definitely and deliberately guards the affairs of that man's life. Number 3.